Easiest 4 marks. I'm told the straight line, L1, passes through the points with coordinates 4, 6, and 12, 2. So straight away I'm going to work out the equation of the line L1. As I'm given 2 coordinates, I'm going to label the first coordinate x1, y1. I'm going to label the second coordinate x2 and y2. To work out the gradient, I know it's the change in y over the change in x. As a formula, that's y2 minus y1 on the top, divided by on the bottom x2 minus x1. Substituting my values, as on the top I want y2 minus y1. Well, y2 for me, in this case, is 2. We're always subtracting y1. In this case, y1 is 6. And we're dividing by on the bottom is our change in x. In this case, x2. In this case, x2 for me is 12. Again, we're always subtracting. In this case, x1. In this case, 4. On the top, 2 subtract 6 gives us negative 4. And the bottom 12 subtract 4 gives us 8. And then negative 4 over 8 will simplify to give us negative half. Now I have the gradient. I know the equation of line always takes the form y equals mx plus c, where m is our gradient and c is our y-intercept. As I have the gradient now, I know the gradient of L1 is negative half. Hence, I'm going to substitute m to be negative half. So it's going to be negative half, lots of x. And I've still got plus c. To find c, I just need 1 point that satisfies that equation. Here I know when x is 4, y is equal to 6. Substituting into my equation of L1. Here on the left-hand side, I have y equals to 6. On the right-hand side, I have negative a half multiplied by x. And x in this case is 4. So it's negative a half multiplied by 4. And I've still got plus c, which I'm trying to find. Leaving the 6 alone on the left-hand side, negative a half times 4 gives us negative 2. And I've still got plus c. As I want to find the value of c, I'm going with the negative 2 across to the left. If you move a term over an equal sign, it changes sign. So it's negative 2 on the right. I'm going to add 2 to both sides. On the right, negative 2 add 2 are cancelled. So leave it at c. And 6 add 2 gives 8. Now substituting my value for c back into my equation, my line L1. Therefore, now the equation of L1, y equals negative a half x. And instead of having c, I know c is 8. The straight line L2 passes through the origin and has a gradient of negative 3. As it's a straight line, again, we know it must take the form y equals mx plus c. This time I'm given the gradient straight away. I'm told the gradient is negative 3. So therefore the line L2 must satisfy the equation. Y equals, instead of having m is now negative 3. So it's going to be negative 3 lots of x. I'm going to have plus c. But as it passes through the origin, I know c is 0. Hence my equation L2 is simply y equals negative 3x. The lines L1 and L2 intersect at the point P. And we're asked to find the coordinates of P. As I've got my 2 lines, I'm now going to solve simultaneous equations. What I should notice here is both of my equations start y equals. So I can put L1 equal to L2. Effectively, every time I see y here, I'm going to substitute y to be negative a half x plus 8. So on the left-hand side here, instead of having y, I'm going to have negative a half x plus 8. And on the right-hand side, I've still got negative 3x. As I'm solving for x, and I currently have x on both sides of my equation, I'm going to bring the negative 3x across to the left. If it goes across an equal sign, it changes sign. So the opposite of minus 3x is going to add 3x to both sides. On the left-hand side, negative a half x add 3x will give us 2.5x. I've still got the plus 8. And on the right-hand side, negative 3x add 3x will cancel. That will leave us with 0. Now I've got x on the left-hand side, or my numbers on the right-hand side. So I'm going with the positive 8 across the right. If it goes across an equal sign, it changes sign. So the opposite add 8 is subtract 8 from both sides. On the left-hand side, positive 8 subtract 8 will cancel. So leave us with 2.5x. And on the right-hand side, 0 take away 8 will give us negative 8. I don't want 2.5x. I want to find the value of x. The opposite of multiply by 2.5 is to divide both sides of my equation by 2.5. On the left-hand side, I know 2.5 over 2.5 will cancel to leave us with single x. And on the right-hand side, negative 8 divided by 2.5. That gives us negative 16 over 5. Now I have my value for x. I need to substitute back into either of my 2 lines to find my corresponding value for y. I'm going to substitute back into L2 as it's the easiest. So on the left-hand side, I'm left with y. I know y equals negative 3 lots of x. And negative 3 lots of x means negative 3 multiplied by x. I know what x is now. X is negative 16 over 5. And negative 3 multiplied by negative 16 over 5 gives my value for y to be 48 over 5.